As you can see, the factory headlights on a GU Patrol are basically useless. So today, we're gonna be fixing that problem.
Holy, that is insane.
So the first thing on the agenda we're gonna be doing is wiring up this light bar that I've got connected to the rooftop tent up here. Obviously, all of this used to be on the Gold Patrol, so since bringing it over to this one, it's currently just sitting up there for looks, essentially, because it's not wired up. So I've got the new wiring harness. We're gonna run it all through the engine bay, connect it to everything it needs to be, and then it just plugs into up here, the light bar. So let's get onto that. And if you're wondering what light bar I actually run on the car, it's the King's 40-inch dual zone light bar. So it's the biggest one they have, 40 inches, and it's got 2 rows of LEDs. That's why it's the dual row one. And then to pair that, we have the wiring harness from King's as well. As you can see, it's got battery connectors, plugs, relays, fuses, everything you need to essentially just plug and play into your light bar, headlights, switch inside the cab, all that stuff. And all you have to do is make it look neat in your engine bay. So before I get this all installed and run through the engine bay, I'll quickly unbox it and show you what you get inside. All right, so inside the box, you get a couple different little things. You get a relay, you get these 2 adapters, depending on your headlights. One of those adapters will fit your car. Then you get the main bundle, which has a relay already wired up to it. Got the adapters for the battery. And then you got this, which will plug into your light bar if you're just using one light bar. And if you're using spotlights or more than one light, you can plug those 2 together, and then those 2 plugs will go onto your lights. Then you got a switch as well for inside the cab to turn it on and off. And then obviously having these connected to your high beams in your headlights. If you use the headlight stalk for high beams, they'll come on, but then you can also isolate it with a switch. And also this bundle has a fuse already wired in, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It's all plug and play. Literally just route it around your engine bay, plug it into the different adapters and stuff in your car, and you'll be on your way. So I'm gonna start by organizing the cables a bit. So I've sort of undone the bundle of cables, and we've got these 3 ends. Obviously at the other end is where it connects onto the battery, but we're gonna do that last. So we have this switch, which we have to get into the cab. This, which goes to the headlights, and this, which we have to get round to the passenger side to go on the light bar. So I'm gonna organize this a little bit, and then we'll get the adapter onto the headlight and get this wired up to the high beams. So the idea is, this is the cable coming from our bundle of our wiring harness that comes towards our headlights. So how we're gonna connect our light bar to the high beam of our car. This is the adapter that comes with it. So this one's gonna plug into our wiring harness. This one is gonna plug into the existing wiring in the car. And then I've pulled out the headlight globe, which on the back has that. So they're gonna plug together like that. So as I said, the light globe's out, so we can plug that into this end of our adapter, just like so. And then we can attach our wiring harness to this plug, make sure it clicks. And then you can't see, but down here is the existing wiring for the car, for the headlights. So we'll just plug our adapter into that. So basically that adapter is just gonna connect the existing wiring to our light bar with splitting it in the middle. And then once you got all them plugged in, you can put your globe back into your headlight. Just like that. All clips in, make sure the rubber boot slots in nice, and then your plug just comes out the back. And now that we have it connected into our high beam, I'm just gonna leave the cable all loose here. I'm gonna make sure it's routed in the right spot and it's not getting caught or anything, but I'm not gonna cable tie it up until the end. I'll cable tie everything together, obviously, to keep it nice and neat. So the next one we're gonna do is this cable here. We're gonna run it around the back, nice and neat. I am gonna cable tie this one now, actually, but we're gonna get it over to the passenger side and then run it up to the light bar. Now, as you can see, I ran it all down here around the back of the firewall, and then I've brought it back here towards the battery. And now I have this switch that we have to get through the firewall to be able to have next to the steering wheel inside the cab. Next up, I taped the cable onto a yellow tongue to make it easier to feed through the firewall. Once I got it through, I had to remove this dress panel where the switches are, pop out the blank switch, and then I was able to feed the cable all the way through. Then I was ready to plug the cable into the switch, sit the switch in its correct spot, make sure it all worked properly, and then I could begin putting the dress panel back onto the dash. final step was to tidy up all the cables in the engine bay, wrapping them into bundles, cable tie them all up, making them nice and neat. So that light bar's all wired up now, so that should be working. So if we go in the cab and put the headlights on, they'll turn on, and then flick high beam, the light bar comes on as well, as you can see. And then there's this little switch down here as well, which is currently on. If I flick that, then the light bar will turn off, and then you can flick it back on, and you can see it's working. So now that we have the light bar all hooked up and working, got a couple more lights to add onto the Patrol. And these are also from Kings. We just got 4 little work lights. So the plan is to have 2 on the side up here, and then 2 around on the back as well. So inside the box for the Kings work light, you get obviously the work light with the connector on it, and then you get the supplies to mount the work light onto your roof racks, etc. I'm going to be using this to mount onto the actual rooftop. So this bracket is going to sit on the rooftop because my one has these channels, which is actually how I mounted the light bar. And then inside the wiring harness kit box, you get a few things. So you get some single connectors and some double if you want to put 2 lights on the same cable. And this whole big wiring harness mess, which I'm going to be using parts of because these lights are going to be wired up into the 12-volt system that I'm going to put very soon into the back of the Patrol, whereas the light bar was connected to a switch and on my high beams, so I could use that wiring harness with the switch and stuff. These lights, as I said, going in the 12-volt, so not using that entire wiring harness because it'll go into the switch panel in the back. Okay, so the first thing to do to mount this light is obviously get the bracket that holds the light onto the tent in the right spot. So we've got a bolt here that we're going to slide into this channel on my tent. Get it in the rough position that I think is going to work well, and then we can put the bracket over the top with the supplied washer and nut. And then we just make sure the bracket is nice and straight, and then we can do it up nice and tight. Like that. Then the next step is going to be mounting our light onto this bracket. So Kings also supplies all the nuts, bolts, etc. to do that. So we're going to get one of the bolts with the washer ready, and then we can slide it into place and get it all mounted up. I'm just doing it loosely for now, just because I don't know exactly where I want this light to point. But I think somewhere about there will be alright. That's going to point out there. You can always adjust it. It's just an Allen key, so it's easy to adjust if it's not right. I'll do both sides up. And there we go. There's one light all mounted up onto the rooftop. So let's quickly do the other one. So as you can see, there's 2 lights on this side. And we've got 2 more left, so I'm going to quickly get them chucked up on the back. And now you can see we got 1, 2 work lights on the back, and then another 1, 2 on the side, all installed onto the rooftop tent. And now I'm just going to quickly use this harness kit. I know I said earlier I'm not going to use it. This isn't going to be permanent. I'm just going to quickly connect it onto these 2 side lights and onto the battery, just to make sure they're working and show you guys how they work and how they look when they're working. And then I'm going to scrap this harness and run the cables properly into the car. So to just quickly show you it all working, I'm going to use a single cable. We're just going to hook up 1 light. So undo this, and then we can plug this into the singular light. And then if I grab this big harness that came in the bundle, I'm gonna plug that into there. And this harness has the relay, the switch, and the terminals for the battery. So then realistically, if I put these just temporarily onto the battery, like so we got positive and negative just resting on the terminals, and I've got this switch, and if I flick it, the light comes on. As you can see, this switch controls it on, off, on, off. So yeah, basically, instead of having this big harness run everywhere and into the front of the car, I'm getting rid of pretty much all of this. I'm just gonna have the 2 lights joined together, and then this cable gonna cut here and extend on just a singular smaller cable so that it fits through the door nicely. It doesn't have such a big gap in the seal, and then that'll go through into the 12-volt system that I'm going to be putting in the back of the car. And then I'll have two switches, one that'll do the side lights and one that'll do the rear lights. So now that we know the lights are all working, I'm gonna get the cables in the right spot, cable tunnel them up all nicely under the roof racks, hide them out of the way, and then whenever I put this 12-volt and rear setup in the back, I'll be able to wire it in properly. So I've pretty much just finished getting this side all organized. So a quick little update. Obviously, the two lights are mounted, and then we've got the cables all joined and all neatly cable tied down here. They all joined together in a harness here. And then this cable here, this was the harness that comes with it that had the switch, relay, all that sort of stuff. I snipped that because I'm going to be joining a thinner cable onto here, and then that thinner cable will go through the door seal and into the future 12-volt system, just so there's not as much of a gap in the door seal, but it'll all still work well. So for now, I'm just going to take this up, cable tie it out of the way, because the 12-volt system is coming at a later date. And now basically all that's left to do is to get the harness between these two to make them into one singular cable, and then we'll be able to bring that singular cable all neatly cable tied underneath there, bring it around to meet this one, and then I'll cut the harness probably exactly the same as I did this, and we'll have two cables here. And the idea behind having the two cables is because when they get put into the future 12-volt system, I'm gonna have two switches. One switch that does these side lights and one that does the rear lights, so I can do them separately. So that's why I need two cables going in. And also having these plugs here, so this one and the one that's about to be joining it, will be good so that if I ever need to remove the roof rack and rooftop tent, etc., I can just undo these two clips, which disconnects all the lights, and then everything can just lift up. So as you just saw, all the cables done neatly up here, all cable tied out of the way. It joins over there and goes into the wiring harness supplied by Kings with the lights and into the temporary 12-volt system. And then theoretically, flick this switch and they come on. Perfect. And as I said, all this wiring and 12-volt in the back here is temporary. It's getting stripped out very soon for the new 12-volt system. I just wanted to have it in there and get the lights working with the supplied wiring harness, show you how it works on the switch, etc. So now the back is all mounted, the sign's mounted, and we've proved that they all work, and the cable is all neat, ready for the 12-volt system. All that's left to do is put that 12-volt system in. But unfortunately, not going to be doing the 12-volt today, as I don't actually have the new 12-volt system. I've got the new rear setup ready to go in, but I don't have the 12-volt just yet. That'll be coming very soon. So I think all that's left to do is get this car outside, take it for a test drive, and try out the new lights. All right, so I know you guys can't really see me. That is sort of the point. I've come outside, taken the car out of the shed, and it's nighttime, obviously. So it's a great time to test the new lights. The only ones I have hooked up are the ones on the back, the two on the back of the rooftop tent. So 3, 2, 1, bang. There we go. That's the two lights on. And that's it lighting up the back of the Patrol. As you can see, lights up a fair amount out the back. Obviously the doors are blocking a little bit, but you can see right at the back, you can even see in the back of the actual wagon part, so you can even see what you're looking at without lights on the inside. But I think they come up pretty well. And then while we're here, might as well show the light bar as well. So that's just my normal headlights, and then flick this on, bang. There's a new 40-inch dual row light bar from Kings. So coming inside the cab, if I just do the normal high beam stalk, that'll do the light bar on and off with the high beams. And then this little switch in here will do the light bar, but it leaves my high beams on, just the normal headlight high beams. And then the switch does the light bar. And overall, I think these lights came out really well. These rear ones, the side ones, and having that light bar hooked up will be perfect for night driving now. And around camp, these side lights are gonna be perfect. So if you guys enjoyed this video, it's greatly appreciated if you hit like and subscribe and leave a comment down below what your thoughts are about these lights. But as I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.